Hi guys, Parody here, and this is when Mclaren make a bad car for Jenson button. So obviously we're going to be starting the Australian Grand Prix now, and yeah, just driving out the pit. Well, yeah, driving out the pits, and we're going to see the grid in a moment now, in which Rosberg's on pole, Hamilton, my teammate Hamilton's in fourth, and obviously I'm ninth. So now we've got 3 lights, 4 red lights, and 5. And we are underway now, using half the bars of Kerrs to get past only Maldonado, but then into the first corner, trying to avoid the first corner smash. Actually, there was Grosjean there. We do actually get past Riker into 6th, but then we actually have a battle with Grosjean now for 6th. So yeah, have a good front. Now, team radio, Jenson, that was actually a really good overtake from Grosjean. Maintain it. Yeah, so then Jenson's getting a bit of encouragement from his team, which is always nice to see, because obviously his motivation might be going down a bit with the departure of well, it's obviously what's going to obviously happen later on. And so obviously we've got loads of pressure then from Grosjean behind, and so yeah, we've currently got a gap of, I think it's just under a second, I think it says, well, 0.6 seconds. Yeah, it's actually not that good. So we're coming to the first lap. It's actually a really strong first lap. So yeah, that's the first lap for you. As we've got loads and loads of pressure building now. And Grosjean behind. And so yeah. So actually now, it's come to the end of lap 2. So only in 6th place and nothing obviously happened. But then the back just there stepped out on button, and he's now down in 11th, just holding on to 11th from Di Resta. And obviously, because there's no downforce on this Mclaren at all, and that was hardly surprising. And that sooner or later, either the front or the rear end decided just to let go and spin on him and face him into the barrier. So that's dropped him down 5 places, as I think we're in about 1.5 seconds now behind Pastor Maldonado. And so yeah, coming to midway through the track of lap 3, and obviously you see the gap to Maldonado is obviously growing and growing. And it's now over 2 seconds, and the gap to Di Resta is about 0.3, 0.2 of a second. So not going well at all for Jenson. So the last third, well, not even third, but the last 5th, as you can see, Nico Rosberg has won the race. So that's quite disappointing now for Jenson to finish in 11th in a race which he did win twice, back in 2010 and 2009. So yeah, just confirming P11. So next up is race 2, which is Bahrain, and so hopefully coming up from the back of that a dismal race, hopefully Jenson is looking to score some points. So yeah, Rosberg got pole again. I'm in 8th, and now we are underway. So another fine start. Catapulted us ahead of Maldonado and Grosjean, and even Hamilton. Obviously, it was looking very tight as Hamilton held the slide. But yeah, we're currently up into 5th. Then we got tapped to the back of Vettel and Alonso, so that got us into 3rd behind Schumacher. But we did go really deep into turn 4, think it is, and yeah, that drops us back to 5th. So locking my front right there to avoid contact with Vettel, nearly got slammed by Alonso, as we've constantly locking up. So yeah, to have a massive lock up here, which sends us horribly wide to turn, don't know what turn it is. So yeah, it's a team radio now. Well, guys, what's wrong with the car? It's locking up too much, and we're obviously constantly going wide. So obviously, the team, Jenson was just letting the team know how he felt about the car. He didn't think it was that good because of all the poor handling issues with all the lockups, as we have another one there. I don't actually think he did a lap without locking up, but there you go, back down to 13th place after running in 4th, with teammate Hamilton in 14th. So now we come to the final, well, to the pit straight from lap 1, sorry, as we start lap 2. So yeah, nothing actually did happen, apart from the last 2 positions. Stuck us on fuel mix 3, and also Hamilton dropped down to 17th or 18th, and got loads of pressure from Paul Di Resta again. So yeah, not exactly the best. We've actually minimised the lockups, well, from turn 4 anyway. But I think you would expect loads more, as Ricardo is next up. As we've have another lockup, which has actually allowed the rest to come through. Hamilton is behind now, and so yeah, not exactly going very well. So we've locked close to actually, well, Jenson was close there to actually losing more and more positions. So yeah, I think it was actually, yeah, Di Resta, I think it was, claimed the best Brit in Bahrain. So with some of these lockups, we are actually meeting the chicane, the apex, as Nico Rosberg has actually won the race. So yeah, another. I don't actually think. Well, I think we had a minor lockup, but obviously it just sent us massively wide, and it also gave Hamilton the chance to close up. So yeah, that was not an improvement from the last race. Button finished 16th there. As next up is Silverstone, which is race 3 of this. So obviously, yeah, not surprising that it is actually raining, and so well, what can you expect? It's Silverstone. It's the home race, but it is also raining. So not a massive surprise there. And so we are actually starting in 8th place again on the grid. So now we've got 5 lights. Start the revving. Get quite a lot of wheel spin, as you can see. So we use about 3/4 of the bar or 2/3. I'm not really sure. As Mark is having to watch Maldonado, because obviously his reputation and Grosjean's. Honestly though, we did actually get up to 4th, going into Farm Corner, I think it is, or Vale, I don't know. So we did actually get past Vettel, and really I should have given the place back to Rosberg there, but obviously I didn't, and I got away with it. So we're making a move on Alonso, and I did actually go wide on going into the entrance of Luffield. So obviously, yeah, this did actually put me at a disadvantage at Luffield, as Schumacher and Raikkonen were both allowed to come through, using the remaining blockers to fight off Raikkonen. But obviously, yeah, forced me onto the grass. I did actually get the place back. But yeah, we did actually make the apex. But yeah, that was still 7th place though. So yeah, he's hopefully looking for another good top 10 finish. Well, not another one. We need to. Jenson needed to actually do this. So yeah, you see we're getting pressured by Kobayashi and Raikkonen, who were able to get past. So yeah, that's put me back down to 8th place. Coming to the end of lap 1. As I nearly lost the back of the car there. So yeah, nothing else happened during lap 2. Apart from Kobayashi. So yeah, Hamilton was actually leading, and so I was raising a few eyebrows of what McLaren were actually doing, and so thought, you know what, obviously this has got to be some sort of favouritism coming from pressure again from Grosjean, because of how Hamilton was actually leading the race after finishing 17th in Bahrain to me starting 8th, and then currently in 9th, having to fight off a feisty looking Grosjean, who he actually nearly lost the rear end of his Lotus love field. So now we're going to fly through Cops. Now, yeah, we did actually go horribly wide, and so this put more pressure on us because of the Lotus behind. So now coming to the end of the lap, coming onto the hanger straight, we're nearly out of fuel, and yeah, when you see Hamilton won the race, and he was only at Stowe corner, so yeah, that was pretty bad. Yes, Hamilton did actually get the fast lap. Jenson, you're P9. Lewis Hamilton has won the race, so yeah, unlucky there. That, yeah, rounds off a disappointing race for Jenson. He was in 9th place. So race 4 is Abu Dhabi, and after a couple of weeks, we think that the McLaren team have actually made updates to the car, and that will hopefully make us more competitive. Schumacher did actually get pole position there, as we're actually starting higher on the grid in 7th, so that's not too bad as we are underway now. We did actually get quite a poor start, considering that Maldonado was able to jump past everyone, and there's loads of contact there between me and Lewis, so obviously that could have ended badly for us, but obviously it didn't, as I did actually go quite wide into turn 5. I think it was up turn 3, 4, I don't know. So we go back on the one of 2 DRS straights, obviously, and so next up would be Vettel, and behind is Pastor Maldonado. So yeah, second DRS straight. I don't think we actually was able to close on Vettel, because obviously the updates that they had and what we had are obviously completely different. As we did actually get a corner cut in there as we hit the bollard. Really thought I had a spin, which obviously we didn't. So come to the end of this lap. Now in P4, something actually did happen to Hamilton. I think it was on this lap or the next one. I'm not quite sure. Because it went from, I think it was about 7th to about, no, I'm not sure where we actually did finish. So on the final lap, he was actually in 6th starting this lap, as I actually did lose the rear end, which obviously could be important for the Mclaren team next season to improve the stability at the end, at the back of the car. So obviously we have actually got the front sorted, as you saw now. We didn't actually use any curves until the 2 straights, as Maldonado was actually really close behind, as we used half on the first straight and the half on the second straight. So yeah, stuck us on mix 3. It's for better. Wow, Maldonado was actually really close behind, so we actually get a really good run out of here. We didn't actually. No, I don't think we did actually get a really good exit, as Hamilton did actually find a way past Maldonado, which was brilliant to see. And so that was 4th for me, 5th for Lewis. And so yeah, obviously we couldn't catch the leaders because they were obviously far ahead if you look in the bottom left. As now, something did actually happen now. I think it was to Lewis. I think he just spun. Did he spin, or it could have been Maldonado, so obviously with his reputation, as Fernando Alonso did win the race. And so yeah, this was so much better because it was 4th place finish, which was an improvement. So yeah, that was extremely good. Right, so Jenson, you finished 4th. That's a massive improvement recently. How was the car? The car was good.